Hey everybody, welcome back to DeHaven Family Farm. Today we're going to be working on the Gator 4x2 project. We're going to be tearing some stuff apart today, so stay tuned for that. Hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up please, and let's get into today's video. So the first thing we're going to start with here is I got a whole bunch of parts in. If you saw the first video, you will know that the one front fender on the Gator is busted up. So we have a brand new front fender in the box. I'm not going to bother to get it out because I'm not ready to put it on. Something will happen to it. We have two brand new seats, the high back seats. I got those off eBay, not sponsored, but I got them at the seat warehouse. So far they seem like real nice quality seats. They came quick, they were a good price. The only thing is, you know, for anybody who's like super hardcore here, they don't say John Deere on the top, and I knew that before I bought them. You know, they look identical with the pattern, but the John Deere isn't on there, and I knew that, and that's perfectly fine with me because I saved a lot of money just getting sort of the reproduction ones versus the actual Deere ones. So we have those. And then over here, I did get a bunch of Deere parts from Deere. We have two new lenses. I mean, I guess it's the whole light assembly for the front. You can see that light is completely busted off, and that one, whoops, that one over there is actually cracked too. So I just went ahead and got, I think these were maybe 20 bucks or something. I went ahead and got the replacements. I had actually debated on taking the lights off completely and saving the money, but honestly, the value added for the light kit being on there, because it's 4-ways turn signals front and back, there's a great value add because that was an option that was added on to the Gator. It wasn't standard equipment. So to me, it was worth it to go ahead and replace those just to keep the, like I said, the added value. Some other things we're missing. We have a nice, I guess it's like a little dash cover. There's a couple of warning, well, one's a warning light and one's an indicator light when you lock the rear differential. This is missing. Simple thing, 9 bucks, but it really helps finish the Gator off nice. So we have that in here. I got a new spark plug, a new filter. I mean, I guess you call it a fuel filter. Technically, it's a gas filter, whatever. New one of those. I guess they threw in a couple quarts of oil. I didn't realize they did that. No big deal. And in here is the air filter. We won't open that right now. There is a spring missing on the accelerator pedal. So when you push down, it springs back part of the way, but not all the way. For some reason, the spring's missing. Maybe it broke, whatever, who knows. Then we have some genuine John Deere green paint, ag and turf, to touch up a couple things. And this is the transmission oil for the transmission. So we got that. And a battery. When I got the thing, if you remember in the video, I had the jump pack on it to keep it going. The other battery, I load tested it with a battery tester I have. It said it was no good. So I went ahead, it was like 45 bucks. Just got a new battery and said the heck with it. I don't want to deal with it, and I don't want somebody else to have to deal with that either. So right now, this is the majority of the parts that we have. I'm not sure how much other stuff we may need, but this was to get us started. So the next thing we're going to work on, now that I've showed you the parts that we've gotten so far, actually there's one other, hang on. There's one other thing that I got. This I got off eBay. I think it may have come from a John Deere dealer, but I went ahead and ordered, this is an entire sticker kit for a John Deere Gator. Now there's two versions of this kit. If you do happen to want the stickers, there's what's called an older version and a newer version. This is the newer version of the sticker kit. It has every sticker, warning label, front sticker. It even had, and ended up having one of those dash indicator light things. Ended up having one of those in there, which is okay. But yeah, pretty much every little decal or anything that goes on the machine, and there's actually quite a few of them, surprisingly. Anyway, any of those that are on this machine are on there. So there's a couple other ones I'm going to replace, again, just to make it look nice. But just so you're aware, the newer style Gator here, you can tell by the sticker. This is the newer style John Deere sticker. The older style has some kind of, I think it has a black background with some speckle or something. I can't remember exactly what it looks like. But if you want to order a kit for your Gator, just pay attention to what's on there so that you make sure you get the right one. So now we're going to get into tearing this thing down. So what we're going to do first is we got to work on, I think we're going to put the new battery in just so we have that. Yeah, you like my seats there? We're going to put the battery in. It goes down in this hole here. I'll show you that in a minute. The other thing we're going to work on is getting this busted fender off. Since we have a new one, we'll work on getting that off. And if we have time in the video, we will also work on getting this bed liner out and seeing what it looks like underneath. So let me get you set up and we'll get started with the battery. Okay, quick change of plan. I decided to take the seat out instead of flipping it back and forth. Trying to do the battery and the fender. Let's just get it out of the way. So one thing I did forget to mention to you guys about ordering parts for these, as I'm sure anybody who's ordered parts before knows, believe it or not, even with a simple machine like this, make sure you have your serial number when you go to order something, because they actually do have serial number breaks for various parts, and you want to make sure, I guess that whole thing comes off. I'll just set it down here. They do have serial number breaks for these machines, and you want to make sure that you get the right part. Okay, I spent a little time and kind of cleaned out the battery box. It's not perfect yet, but we still have to detail this machine later. So we got the battery here, and real quick, obviously people know how to install a battery, but I just wanted to let you guys in on a quick tip. You do not have to take this piece of plastic off here to get the battery in and out of the box. You can go from the back, there's that hole, and you can either drop it to the ground, or if you had the box open, you could pick it up through. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go from underneath and up and around, and then we'll get her hooked up. Okay, there's the new battery put in. You can see the John Deere gives you this nice little strap there, kind of a bungee cord to hold it in. The only thing we will have to get still is this positive terminal kind of rubber cover. You can see that one's busted up. So we'll get a new one of those. I did the best I could with it for now. So let's start with taking off this front cover. I think there's just 4 bolts. 2 there, and if you can see them, 1 there, 1 there. Let's work on taking this off. All right. Oop, wrong way. We're on the last bolt here. I did the other 3 already. No sense in you watching me do that. I've actually never had one of these off before, that I can remember anyway. So it'll be interesting to see what is underneath here. Hopefully it's not a big mess. It is kind of a mess. Alright, so let's set that on the side. Bring you guys a little closer here. This is what it looks like under there. Obviously we're going to have some cleaning to do. So yeah. But anyway, so we got that off. And we'll have to look at this wiring. When I bought it, he said the lights worked, and then when I got it home, they weren't working. So I don't know if there's just a loose connection somewhere from it riding home or whatever, but here's our horn. So now we got to work on getting this fender out of here. And I'm not sure exactly how we go about doing that. I thought it just unbolted out of there. Oh, I think it does. I don't know if you guys can see, there is a bolt up there and 3 over there. And there's 2 more down there. So let me get working on this. And I think that's it. I'll come back to you when I get these mostly out. All right, so there was 8 of these little, not really bolts, almost like a lag bolt, because there's no nut on the back side. There was 8 of them here. And so just look around if you want to take one of these off. You'll see all 8 of them here. 1/2-inch wrench is what I got going. So that should be it. That should be the last one. Oh, no, I did miss one. There was a broken piece of plastic. So I stand corrected. There are 9. It had a bunch of dirt on it, and it was hidden behind a broken piece of plastic. And it doesn't want to come out very easy. This one's right behind the tires, so it sees most of the water. Yeah, that's a lot rustier than the other ones. Okay, I think we got them all now. Let's see, so we'll have to, since we have the optional wiring kit, we'll have to pull our wire through if we can. There's like a rubber grommet here. I disconnected those wires already. So, well, that looks like some unfortunate news, isn't it? There we go. There was a lesson learned. Okay, so there is a little strut here that apparently goes through this fender. And you can't get the fender off. Let me bring you in here and show you. I don't know if you can see. So there is a strut right here that goes through the fender. So we are going to have to loosen up that strut in order to get the fender off. That's a little unfortunate, but all right, hang on. Okay, we got that loose. I don't really know what size it was. I ended up using a 15mm wrench, which didn't fit 100%, but it got the job done. And she was tight, so we had to break out the old 18-volt impact there, but we got her done now. So let's pull our wires. And there we go. We got our busted up fender is off. And that's what she looks like right at the moment. That baby's sort of extended on us, so probably all we'll do is just jack the machine up a bit when we go to put this back together. So that's what she looks like there. We got the fender off, well, and the hood off. So one interesting note I want to mention while we're here is I did watch a video. A guy had a Gator and he had a big crack. It was actually on his hood, but he repaired it. And it was a really cool repair, and I think we're going to try it on here. I am not planning on reusing this fender on this particular machine, but not only do I want to try it in case there's a small crack somewhere, you could repair it, but I also want to show you guys something pretty cool in case you have a machine. It doesn't have to be a Gator. It could be an ATV, you know, 4-wheeler, whatever. If you don't care about aesthetics so much, but you want to fix this, there's a cool way to do it, and I'm going to show you in an upcoming video because, like I said, I'm not reusing this. So the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to come back here. I got to empty this out. I got my wrenches and stuff here. We're going to come back and take this bed liner out, and we're going to see what it looks like underneath. All right, my camera battery's getting low here. I just wanted to show you. Here's the top of the little bolt that holds the bed liner in. There's actually a nut on the bottom, so yes, I have ridiculous extensions on here. But basically, I just did a long extension, double extension, to take the nut off the bottom. Not gonna bore you with those details. Let's get this out of here. Moment of truth. What's it gonna look like? I know it's gonna be dirty, but how bad is it gonna be? Oh, a little worse than I thought. Well, Blake, you were right. She is a little rusty. I mean, it's obviously no big holes or anything, but Yeah, there was definitely some moisture getting in under there, so that's all right. We'll clean it up, we'll sand it down, and we'll touch up the paint and prime anything we need to prime there to make sure that that's nice and solid, because like I said, there's no holes going through. The bottom of it looks good, but we'll get it cleaned up and touched up on the paint. So anyway, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Just a little bit of tear down here on the Gator. We definitely got more stuff to do on it yet. We didn't even start maintenance or any of the other repairs yet, so stay tuned for part 2. I'd make this video a hair longer, but my battery's going dead. So thanks for watching. Questions, comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like please, and hey, stay tuned for my next great adventure here on this. We'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.